Alright, so today we're working on a Genie GTH-844 Telehandler. Customer complaint for an oil leak coming out of the boom arm. The determination here was that we had a couple of blown hoses inside the boom arm, which we're going to show you. While we have this open though, we wanted to take a little bit of time, show you guys what the wear pads are, where they're located, and some of the things that can happen to your machine as a result of not doing the repeated maintenance. So here we got the back panel off on the back of the machine, you can see. And then I got my handy dandy flashlight here. But up on the top, so you can see the wear pads and that little bit of gap. We can take up that gap with shims if the pads aren't worn down to the hardware. At some point, the pads do need to be replaced, which is more costly. Hopefully they don't have a weird wear pattern where they're sloped to one side or the other. That was because of material debris buildup, not keeping stuff tensioned correctly, overloading, jacking the boom down into the ground, those types of things. When they do start to wear down, there's a lot of components inside here that are just really tight clearances inside of the back of your telehandler. So in this case, it might be just the plate that holds the pad in. If you start to get slop side to side, would start to dig into the metal. Or down here, we have our cages that go around the two bonded hoses that go outside of the boom arm, and those have really tight tolerances down to the bottom of the arm, you can see. So it wouldn't take much for this to get worn down and then those to start digging in. In this case, what actually caused our customers issues, other than age of the hoses themselves, was this great U-shaped pad that should have actually be a flat pad. And what happened was this pad, if you can see down in our boom tube here, I'm gonna try and shine my flashlight in, zoom way in, goes down there on the tip of the cylinder, and it's a little blurry, sorry there guys, but basically that's sitting on a plate inside of here. And what happens is when the wear pad gets worn down on the bottom of that cylinder from extending and retracting, that other pad is just press fit in there. The top starts to drop down, it creates a gap, and then it just pops out. Ultimately, in this case, coming to the back, getting jammed up in here and messing up these hoses. Quick side note, we couldn't see this down the boom tube, so we're jumping up to the parts diagram here in our shop monitor to show you guys. So this is our wear pad holder assembly that we're talking about at the tip of the extend retract cylinder. You can see we have a bottom wear pad, we have a top wear pad, and then a bracket in between of them. That is our issue on this machine. Our bottom wear pad wore down to the point that it no longer exists. The gap gets too large. This pad popped out, jammed into the back of the boom tube. All right, back to the video. We're gonna go in, we'll pull the cylinder out, show you guys how we do that in the coming week. Once we get all the parts in, get both the hoses changed up, clean everything up, show the shimming process, and send this one out on its way.